Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Fighting out of the blue corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin. Introduced.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny sky.
All right. It's hard. You've got to concentrate, preserve that energy, because when the heat's on you and you get hit, that's double heat.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. No defense for that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter. Straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Those counter punches have to hurt. That one will count. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just...
Okay, I'm happy. I like that.
On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot, put them under pressure.
There's a counter shot. This is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missing with the uppercut. A perfect counter lands. Frazier, such a good inside fighter.
You have got long arms and you're the bigger fighter. You've got to keep him out there because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use the endless shot power.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation.
Switch on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. Missing with the left uppercut. Straight right just misses. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you continue?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Good, look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time, and you just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the...
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Holmes in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the...
There's the bell for round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Both men step back for just a moment. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope that...
Come on, you've let him back in the fight. You're much better than this guy.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful. Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. It's somehow weathered the storm.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Jab slightly off target. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say company.
They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly
Back into it now. It's a tough fight.
There's the bell to start round 6. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. Good counter punching. Right hook catching air. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
The jab can't find a home. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. Here comes round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
a high-octane battle. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. It looked great live. How will it look?
That was the best fucking setup counter hook.
Again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner needs to think nice and...
Oh, my God, Johnny! Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
They believe their fighter has it in.
Come on, you've let him back in.
And there's the bell for round 8. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. The jab not finding its target. How about that time counter shot? That uppercut doesn't get through. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the fight, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is the boss, Julio Cesar Chavez, 5'8" tall with a reach of 68 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
First up, the boss from Jamaica. He is the Grand Champion, Julio Cesar Chavez. This man is synonymous with boxing in Mexico. He had 90 professional fights before he ever lost, and he doesn't plan on losing again in this one.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Jamaica. Wearing the red trunks, trimmed with green. The boss. Fighting out of the blue corner from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories. Introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. The jab doesn't quite connect. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You can walk into an arena, be the hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How about that time counter shot? Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Trying to land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round.
What do we expect to see here in round two? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? done with that counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. We'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Punch, counter punch. They block the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You don't want to trade shots. Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Defense is not an option for these two. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Leaves a knockout without...
And there's the bell to start round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Misses with the straight left. With halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that'll do it. The boss has been stopped. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Not many people.
Yeah, that hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and safe with lock and key and combination. Gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They gon' let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You talking talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I came through when I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, if I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past when I quit on me, had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say it's sold. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Yeah, I've been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me it is a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it them believe. Bad time that I came through when I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, one time for the one time, I'll rebound, I reround. In the meantime, I stack up, this win my reward. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Motivation, all this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation.
full of sand, waiting on the battle, so I handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along, liquid fortresses made of stone, religious palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see you black as night, attack it with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive, and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of its secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah. Talented all along, liquid fortresses made of stone, religious palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come home. Yeah, Lord, please bless my palace of bones. My soul call my skeleton home. It's on the phone. Get a receiver back to Tyrone. We made a pact, we're going back home. Yeah, pack my bag, stagger back to the zone. With a bag full of daggers I've thrown. I'm like my own masochist, slash my wrist with a poem. And when I'm gone, don't tamper with or sample my songs unless you're strong. Bicep emojis in the group chat. 5 sets of burpees, don't disturb me if the booth black. I'm going through it, got a bunch of baggage on my roof rack. I have a lot of habits that produce that. They gon' put they tag on it. My condolences to the fast moments. Hope the solar system assists my slower mission and put some lag on it. Window to my soul peering inside the crib where my spirit resides. Lyrics are die.
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Who wants it? Ready for anybody, I got this. They say you can learn from your losses, but victory tastes sweet like chocolates. Top of the game, you can't top this. Permanent sauce, never lost it. You came in the game and you flopped it. I came in the game and I bossed it. That's why me and you are different. I'm ahead, you lot are in the distance. Stay persistent and consistent. I'm the king now, this is my kingdom. Ready for takeoff, watch how I lift them. Take shots, it's rare that I miss them. Boom. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in clean, not without a room. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room.
Raise your hand if you've got your Patty license. Well, then come on in. It's time to watch boxing at the Atlantis. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be squaring off against Julio Cesar Chavez, 171. Terrence Julio Cesar Chavez making his way to the ring, multi-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, generally recognized.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed.
Not too many seats. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. He caught him there with a left hook. There's a counter shot. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. They both want a knockout, you can tell. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that lap. Here we go, it's round 2. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that. This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that. The bell rings and we start the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. And he misses with that straight left. Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter shot. Seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're okay.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
That hook doesn't score. Oh, and the grand champion might go down. And now they're right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But
so we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Crawford in that last. Here we go to the fourth round. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knocked down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. With welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
A straight right just misses. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The courage on display here is incredible. Punch and just got countered. They're both trying for a knockout. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last. On to the fifth we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Hold it right there. Crawford is dazed. Let's talk about Crawford in that. Let's start the sixth. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is round 7. Here we go. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Throws the uppercut but misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Another scoring shot there. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Perfect counter shot. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Crawford in that lap. Round 8, and we're off again. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny.